Hey guys, if you haven't listened to part one on Turning the Tables by Teresa, go ahead and listen over there and come back here.
Good job. Sorry, I was laughing, but it's fine. Now, if you could choose who would be on Ultimate Girls Trip with you, which housewife would you choose? I feel like
Oh
I
my God, there's so many.
not from your cast though, not
I
from your
know
cast.
Alexia,
Okay.
Chanel,
Oh,
Larsa,
I
Larsa,
love
you better pick her. She rides for you. yeah, Larsa. Those are like I love them, like my girls, not on my cast, right? That's what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, because you
And
would say
then
Jennifer,
say it
Dolores.
again. Yeah, of
You would
course,
say,
on
yeah.
my cast, yeah. And like I love Meredith. I've gotten close with Meredith. I think she's
Oh,
awesome, and also Heather Gay. I've hung out with her. She's amazing. Who else? Because we both got top 40 women. Phaedra, Cynthia, Kenya Moore. I
yeah.
mean, yeah. Who else? I mean, I'm trying to tell me. Am I missing any other franchise?
I
Anybody
feel
from
like no,
Beverly Hills?
those are the
Oh,
people you really play with.
Beverly
Choose
Hills.
the
I
people.
love Garcelle. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Kyle's. She's awesome. I was on the Ultimate Girls Trip with her before, and then New York Housewives. I mean, I think Jill Zarin's great. Sonia's awesome. Luann. Um,
So basically all
yeah.
of them.
Yeah, I mean, I Let's
Yeah.
bring have bring to them say,
Yeah.
all. I get along with yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I That's mean a good thing. That just goes to show, you guys
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
can and then compete there's outside.
Yeah.
Orange County. Oh my God, I forgot about Orange
So
County.
Tamara,
No. I mean, listen, Tamara, she's always got something to say about me, but I mean, I get it, but it's like I don't talk shit about her. It's like, stop, please,
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
you know, I don't
yeah,
know. I'm not listen, I usually don't throw the first punch. I don't. I mean, with Jackie, I did it and I regret that. I totally regret that because I didn't mean to hurt her in any way. But usually I don't like if you guys see my track record, right? I don't throw the first
yeah.
punch.
You react. If
I
someone comes at
react.
you, you
Yeah.
will react.
Yeah. If someone comes for me, then I react. So see that's what I mean. It's like, we were on a TV show and it's like wasn't trying to hurt Jackie. That's why I was I told her friends, like, listen, this rumor is out there, let her know so she could put a stop to it. So that's why it was so hurtful to me when here one of my cast members, my friend, is speaking to someone that's harassing our family, actually gifting her an item that you said in early of 2022, right there shows,
Yeah,
a warrior necklace right there shows, and it shows that that's when they were definitely speaking back then. And
right.
she
Yep.
and this and then she I we ended up subpoenaing her. We ended up sending her a subpoena in November 2021.
So when Margaret says, "Oh, you subpoenaed the wrong person," no, you didn't, because
No,
again, you said you know that all of them have spoken to her because you know that this person has even contacted every single one of them. But Margaret continued a relationship, gifting a necklace, speaking to her about videos, like engaging in
so
things for years.
that's why
He
she got
even called
subpoenaed.
her during filming,
That's
like
why
this
that's
season.
why she got subpoenaed because she
Yeah,
was um, involved with
right.
harassing us. Like she was getting information from this person that was harassing us and helping this person get the information out there for
Yeah.
this like this frivolous information, like who cares about like whatever. It was like such nonsense, like.
And
And
this
this is your
person,
cast
and this
member.
ex is
This is your
also,
friend. Well,
yeah.
that's why I was upset because I'm like, you're supposed to be my friend, and and she even came to my wedding. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
she was
Oh,
at my
yeah.
wedding, and it's like, but
Disgusting.
it's all now. It's like now I get it. She just did it for a storyline. She just did it for a paycheck. I get it. That's what she did. She was never my friend, and I was taken for a fool. Yeah, like she was, and that's why I have to say I always did keep her an arm's length away because I do have a good intuition, and I never got close to her, and I was right. I was
Yeah.
right. I was right because like it's so weird. It's like there was always something that I couldn't get close to her. There was just something about her, and because I attract people like me, like with like I don't know, like meaning like I, I'm I don't do the things that she does. Like
Yeah.
I would never. contact somebody that was harassing her family.
I
Like,
mean, even her best friend sitting there telling you not just about her talking to the ex, the ex best friend told you a bunch of stuff and you never came out with what she told you. And that shows you like you don't even care to remember what she told you that day. You know, you just wanted proof about her speaking to this ex that's been harassing you, your family members, and you don't even care about the rest of the
yeah, I
stuff. You're
mean,
not
she ended up
that's
telling me other things, Laura, that, I
yeah,
did tell my brother. I mean, it wasn't me. I ended up telling my husband, and then my husband said, I think your brother should know this, but told my brother in
yeah,
private without cameras. And then they wanted to bring it to light for again for a
Yeah.
storyline. Cause
right.
I didn't want to bring it I didn't need it for a storyline. I didn't bring it to light for a storyline. Like
Yeah,
Louis told my brother in confidence, like
right.
without cameras. And then they decided to bring it out to light, and
Yeah,
and bring it out there in the camera, so it would be on
yeah,
TV. I wasn't
yeah,
trying to
And
do that. I didn't want to use it for a storyline.
yeah.
we also found out from the ex best friend, she told us on our podcast, like how that whole even cheating rumor came from Margaret, and you never even said that. You never even brought it up from the get go. So, like, again, that also proves to you that you weren't there to like maliciously hurt her for tit for tat the whole time.
No, what would I get out of that?
I
I
know.
mean, and I think you guys would see right through that. And then obviously, when someone's sticking with that person, there's a reason why. So,
Yeah,
and I get it, and I get it. She should stick with the person, like, because that person knows where all the dead bodies lie. So stick with that person. I get it. I don't,
right,
I don't, like,
yeah,
I don't have to do that. I don't
right,
have
right,
any hidden secrets or hidden, like no,
yeah. Another big question that we got, a lot of people asking this, would you ever consider making up with Kathy and Rosie? Who's
um,
drinking some water?
yeah. Do you like my love, love, love?
I love
And
it.
my love, love, love T-shirt. Everyone's got to get my
So on brand.
merchandise.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen them in forever. Listen, they live their lives. I live my life, and I wish them well. And yeah, I mean, I never run into them. I never see them, and that's about it.
If you saw them, would you say hi to them?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I have. It's been so long. Yeah, I mean, I have no.
I feel like you would. You're
Of
really
course,
good about showing
I would
face.
say hi. I mean, of course, I would say hi. I mean, I have to say, I love Kathy's kids, like Victoria and Joey. I grew
Yeah,
up. I grew up. I watched it. I watched her kids grow up.
yeah,
Mhm.
I watched her kids grow up. I adore her kids. I mean, I heard her daughter got married. So happy for her. And matter of fact, I ended up seeing Joey. He was like a bartender in some restaurant. And I saw him and he was so sweet to me. And I was happy to see him. Like I always had like a great love for her kids. And, you know, like, yeah, adored them. And they used to always
Yeah.
hang out with my kids. Yeah.
yeah. I
So
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of, by the way, Frank Catania saying that Bravo asked you to leave the show?
I don't know what Frank
It was
Catania is
messy.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Frank Catania is doing. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
have no idea. I haven't like
right.
there's like no comment. I'm never, you need to ask him that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he's
It
saying these things.
obviously was untrue, but it was
I
just
mean,
such a
I'm glad TMZ came forward and
yeah,
there was an article about TMZ saying
yeah,
that that's not true. So
right.
thank you,
Yeah,
TMZ. Thank you for, for saying that, the truth.
yeah. Are you still friends with Victoria Gotti?
I haven't talked she was supposed to come to my wedding, and
Okay.
she was coming home from Italy, and I don't know if she thinks I'm mad at her because she didn't come to my wedding, like, she's responded she was coming to my wedding, and I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah, and, like, I'm not, and I totally understand, and I think something happened with her flight, and I get it, like, in traveling with Europe, like, our flights got delayed and stuff, so I think her flight maybe got delayed, and that's why she couldn't make it to my wedding, so I totally understand. So, Victoria, if you think I'm mad at you, I'm so not. Like, I love you.
no, a lot of people want to know, by the way, would you have went to the baseball game, the charity event that Dolores throws if you weren't in, I think you said you were in Greece and those places?
I was in Turkey with Jennifer.
Oh, Turkey. Okay, Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I would of course I would've went, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
so,
yeah, there's only 3 of you who didn't go.
Dolores is my girl. We always, we always support each other, Like,
Yeah.
listen, I was in another country. Like, there's like
Yeah.
yeah, if she was in,
Yeah. One
so
of our listeners asked us, please say this to Teresa. So it says, smart viewers who watched season 12 could tell that Margaret was coordinating leaks with the ex to be able to bring them up on camera. Your coworker created a hostile
no
work environment.
kidding, no
Yeah.
kidding.
He says, and it's clear to anyone who reads between the lines. I just wanted to let you know I love you. So we told him, we're
So
like, all right.
thank you. We're both watching the same show. What's her name? What's her name?
It was Sean.
Sean, thank you. We are
Yeah.
watching the same show. We both have the same glasses on. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, so, I mean, there's this one person on Instagram. She's like, she has blonde hair, and she's like, the haters. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the haters that
Mm-mm.
hate me. I'm just gonna put my glasses on and start laughing. Ha ha ha!
Yeah.
And like, I freaking love it.
I love that.
Like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna block those people? No, I want them to just see everything I post so they could just, and just be more
Yeah.
and like be more jealous or whatever. Like,
Right.
that's the thing. It's like, why even block these people? Because they could make up other accounts
Yeah.
and still see your stuff from another name. So
Yeah, when a troll is a troll, they're gonna make sure to find you anyway because they are unhinged. So there really isn't a point of blocking. They'll find you. So yeah, totally get that. So what was your favorite memory with both of your parents? A lot of people want to know that. People are so invested in your parents. We also saw them. It was to me the best part of the Real Housewives.
yeah, as soon as I got home, I went to go see them at the mausoleum. I'm like, guys, I missed
Aw.
you so much. Um, what was the best part of what, like, on the show, you mean?
Yeah.
Or any of your
Oh yeah. Oh,
memories.
just in general, like the best memory you've
Yeah.
had with them. Yeah.
Um, well, the best memory, just, I mean, I have no regrets with my parents. The one regret I have with my mom, I should have took more pictures with her
Aw.
because, yeah, like, I used to take a lot of pictures with my dad because I always thought my dad was going to go first. And so, guys, take pictures with both parents because, like, my father was always sick. So my father would be in and out of the hospital a lot, always catching pneumonia. And so I always took pictures of my dad. So I have so many pictures of my dad and not that many with my mom. And so that's one regret with my mom. But I have no regrets. Like, I loved hanging out with my parents, and I have no regrets. Like, favorite memories. Just, yeah, I mean, spending time with them, cooking with them,
Yeah, you're his
going on
sauce.
going on vacation with them, like,
You took your dad to I think it was like Punta Cana, and he was with you, just the 4 girls. He was like, "You spoil these girls," and I don't know where you went. I
wait,
just
oh, maybe
watched.
Puerto Rico?
Yes, it was
Puerto
such a
Rico,
fun
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, I loved always going on vacation with my parents. I did that a lot, and yeah, I mean, I actually liked hanging out with my parents. We had fun, and my dad was so much fun to hang out with. Like, even my friends liked hanging out with my father. Like, he was like a good time. He really was. Yeah.
Well, another listener asked, "What advice would she give about caring for a parent? I know she deeply loved her father, but was it at times difficult for him to give up his independence and live with you?"
No, I mean, as soon as my mom passed away, he didn't even never went back to the house. Like, I
Yeah.
think he went back to us one time just to pick up his stuff and just to look around to see if he grabbed whatever he wanted to grab. But of course, I packed up all his stuff, and he never wanted to go back there again. Like, he's like, I don't want to live there without my wife. He like loved my mom like immensely. Like, that's the thing on the mausoleum. It's sempre insieme. That means always together because he was always with my mother.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so he wanted no, he loved living with my kids, with my daughters and I, because we gave him a purpose. Like,
Yeah.
he loved, like, doing things for us. Like, I would tell him, like, he loved going food shopping. He did. Like, it gave him a reason to live, like, for us. And, like, Adriana, he would drive Adriana to dance to and from every day. Like Adriana was like his baby, like his baby doll. Like
Aw.
he adored Adriana. Like some days, like I wanted to take Adriana to dance, and he's like, no, I want to take her. And I'm like, okay, like, but I'm like, I wanted to take her sometime, but he loved it. Like it gave him a purpose. Yeah, he actually it gave him a reason to live. I really do believe that. I believe like my daughters, because he cried the first year every single day. He actually
Wow.
cried every single day the first year. And then like my kids, I feel like my kids gave him reason to live. Yeah, like and even me, like and I would take him out with me. Like I would take him on dates with me, wherever, yeah, my girlfriend's birthdays, like my all my friends loved him, and then of course my daughters, like and I felt like my daughters didn't need him. Like he was their
Yeah.
father figure. I know he was their grandfather, but he was their father figure because their father was not around.
Yeah.
Was it
See,
always a given that he was going to move into your house?
Oh yeah, like I said, like as soon as my mother passed away, he never went back home. He's like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna stay with you. I said no.
but with Italians, don't they typically move in with their
The son?
son? Because that's how it is for us.
Oh, with the son? Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're saying because he's a guy, right?
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then
With
the
us, that's
mom
what
and then the mom would move in with the mom. I mean, the
yeah,
mom would
The
move in with the
daughter.
daughter, right? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, me and my father have always been so close,
Yeah.
and like my brothers, like he always wanted to hang out with my brother, but my brother, I was always like working, and like he like on the show, he would say it like, I want to spend time with you. But my brother always like was like, he's working and working. It's like we all work. You got to make time for your
yes,
parents if you want to. I mean, and that's one good thing about my ex, I have to say. And that's why my father loved my ex so much. Like Joe actually hung out with my ex. I mean, Joe actually hung out with my dad a lot, spent a lot of
Mhm.
time with him. They used to play cards together.
aw,
Yeah, I mean, he spent a lot of time with him. And like I remember when my dad passed away, like my ex, like Joe, he was so upset. Even when my mom passed away, like Joe was devastated. Like he adored my
Oh, yeah.
parents.
yeah,
And that's one thing. Like he was so good to my parents. And even my parents loved him. Like they know that Joe didn't mean to hurt me in any way.
right,
They know like what happened that, he didn't mean for that to happen.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll cry.
yeah, he sends me photos of my parents. Like 'cause he
Oh.
like right before my dad passed away, he went to Italy with Joe. He
Yeah.
went to go see Joe in Italy. And
Did
like
your parents know they were famous? Like, did they know that we all loved them and we cried every time they cried?
yeah, I think so. Because my dad he would go to the supermarket or wherever he would go, and he would tell me people want to take pictures with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
was cute. Like, I remember one time we were down the shore at the Jersey Shore, and this girl was hitting on him, and I
Oh,
was just like, "Oh my," and Dolores was there too. We were both
yeah,
there. I was, like, freaking out. I was like, it was kinda weird that this woman's hitting on my dad, and I'm
yeah,
like, "Dolores, oh my god." I'm like, "I don't
yeah,
really wanna see this right now," but I was like,
right,
"You know what? If it makes him happy, it makes me happy," and
yeah,
that was it, so
yeah. How is your relationship with, like, Joe's mother, sisters, brothers? Are you still good with them?
yeah, I mean, I have to say, obviously, when Joe first left, it was a little like, I mean, I didn't see them. I didn't see them.
Yeah,
Joe's grandmother passed away first. We went to the wake,
okay.
Louie and I, and we said
Aw,
we gave our condolences, and then after that, I think it was Gia's graduation. That was like the first time that I had to see them, like, in a social setting, and, it was and it was good. I mean, I have to say it was good. We said hi to them, and then every single time it got easier and easier. Then the next one was Gabriella's graduation, so
yeah.
it got easier, and I have to say they came here for Melania's graduation pictures. My mother-in-law came here.
That's
This
so
Aw,
Yeah,
cute.
my mother-in-law came here. My ex-mother-in-law came here for Melania. Sorry,
yeah,
Melania's
Mhm.
graduation prom photos, and Joe's sister came, and my brother and Pete came, and my sister-in-law Sheila. They all came, and I
okay.
was happy to see them, and it felt really good, and they were really sweet to Louie, and it felt really good. Like it was
Love
nice.
that.
Yeah. I mean, and listen, I mean, I know my mother-in-law my whole life too. So it's like, I wish them all well. And they've
Yeah.
been nothing but amazing to the kids. And I have to say, like, even if they don't like me, I've never heard anything. Have never said anything negative about me, and I'm grateful for that, and vice versa. Like I have nothing bad to say about Joe's family. They're absolutely an amazing family. What I love about Joe's family is like they always they'll always I know if I ever needed them, they'll always have my back. Like
Oh, I love
they would
that.
never backstab me,
That's true loyalty
and
right
I
there.
mean that Joe's family is such an amazing family. They like such a strong family. Like they always have each other's back. Like no
Yeah.
jealousy. Like they're always there for each other, which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Love that.
yeah, and if I needed them, I know my brother-in-law, Pete, my ex-brother-in-law, if I called him, he'll jump here. He would be here in a second. Yeah,
Love
he
that.
really would, and matter of fact, he wasn't feeling so well. We went to go see him at his house, Louis and I, and, yeah, and him and Louis were talking for, they keep in touch. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Love
it
that.
was just his birthday, July 26th. I wished him happy birthday. Yeah,
Yeah.
so, me and Pete have a special bond, so
No, I love that.
yeah. No,
Well, good to
he
know.
has a great family, he really does.
Yeah.
And
Um,
obviously, I feel like they're still my family even though they're my ex,
I mean,
family.
first off, you grew up with them and you
Yeah.
were with Joe for a really long time. So of
Yeah, and I
course.
know they only have great things to say about me,
Yeah.
and vice versa, and I have great things to say about them, I really do. And
Yeah.
I and Louis met the a lot of the family, and he thinks they're wonderful. He does, And
That's
that's
so unique.
and
Like that's how
and
you know it's like a good everything is good vibes like in your guys' real life and like what's happening in real time, real life and like not what people are seeing, but it's like when you get to introduce them to your ex family and they're like taking him in as like a person that you love. And I think that's
That's
amazing.
very
Yeah, matter of
rare.
fact, we went to Joe's sister's house. I forgot what was it, Thanksgiving or so, and like Louis sitting down eating with them, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He was like,
Oh my
"Yeah,"
gosh.
I'm like, "Dude, we gotta go
Like
to
we're
your
here for the
family."
kids.
Like we dropped off the kids, and then
Yeah.
we started eating, and I'm like, "Babe, we gotta go to your family now," and it's like, "What are you doing?" And it was like it was cute, and it was like,
I love that.
and then what else? Yeah, no, so thank God it's been really and that's what I was saying. My kids, like, they since Joe left, like, they split holiday. I mean, like, they'll that they see their you know, they see Joe's family all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'll spend Christmas Eve with me, and then Christmas Day, they'll go to Joe's family.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and then, like, Easter, same thing, like, we'll eat earlier, and then they'll go to, Joe's family afterwards.
Yeah.
I would say pretty much all the major holidays. What else is there? Thanksgiving, same thing.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they'll eat with me, and then afterwards, because Joe's family parties till late at night,
Yeah.
then they'll go to Joe's family afterwards.
Oh,
So
I love that.
yeah. So it's like, it's like we've shared holidays still since Joe left. So like
Absolutely.
obviously that's their other family. Yeah. So like
So we just have a couple more questions. What former Real Housewife of New Jersey would you like to see come back? Who pops in your head?
oh, who pops in my head? I mean, she doesn't even live here. I would say Jacqueline, since I just made up, it's we talk. I just talked to her the other day. She's like, oh my God. She's like, she asked me a question and she's like, she remembered it wrong. And I was like, yeah, no. And then I started telling her about, she was telling someone a
Yeah.
story. I think it was about my brother and, when he met whatever, his about my
Yeah.
Sister-in-law.
it was regarding my brother, and she
Yeah.
remembered
Moving on.
yeah, and she remembered a story wrong, and then
Yeah.
so she asked me, and I told her the correct story, and she's like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, I gotta fix that story." She's like, "I don't want her to think I'm a liar, or I
Yeah.
lied." So I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." But we talk
Yeah.
all the time. She's really sweet. And, she always like she's sweet. Like she always says like, "I'm so sorry," like how things got to how they got. And like me too, and it's good that we both could say that, and move forward.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I talked to her yesterday. Yeah, because I sent her a
Oh,
picture of Adriana. We were talking, and
aw.
I'm like, "You have to see Adriana." And she's like, "Oh my god, she's so beautiful." And it was really, she's really sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you finally decide to watch, like, old seasons of New Jersey? What was the most eye-opening thing for you? Because you never watched it.
Yeah. And there was a reason why. I guess God was with me. Like, if I would have watched it, guys, like, it wouldn't, like, I would have fought with my brother and it would have hurt my parents. Like, there was, there was a reason why I didn't watch it. Cause, like, and you know who was watching it the whole time? My father did not like the show. Cause I guess my father knew, he knew, like, that they, I would say it, like, that they came on the show behind my back. It hurt me so bad. Like, why would they do that? My father knew, obviously, when my father was there at the christening, he saw what my brother
Mhm.
did. My
Yeah,
dad's not about that. It's dad's about, loyalty, family. You don't do things like that. Anyway, but that's why my father never watched the show. If my father would have watched the show, it would not have been good for my brother either. But
yeah,
my dad never watched the show. But you know who watched the show? My mother. I know my mother
Mm.
watched it every single week, but
Wow.
she never discussed it with me because she, like, knew better. Like, if she would have told me, then I would have watched it. If I would have watched it, I would have reacted, and it would have not been good. But and I know that, I'm sure that's my mother suffered over that. You know how my brother says, like, to that my ex, my brother told my ex that my mother suffered over what happened with me legally. Yeah, I mean, of course she did, because I was a good
Her
kid. I never
baby.
got in trouble. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but I reassured her every single day, like, I was fine. I don't, I ended up going away to jail is because I was in the public eye, and that's what I made it, and that was the truth. I know that's the reason why. And like, she saw me every week when I listen, you can't hide it. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad. You could tell. And my mother could tell that I was good. Like, but going back afterwards and watching it and seeing what my family was saying about me on national TV was
yeah,
so heart-wrenching. I was just like, wow. I'm like, now I'm like, I'm glad I didn't watch it, because I'm glad I didn't hurt my parents. Because
yeah.
if I would have watched it, it would have not been good, guys. It
We
would
Well,
have
tell
been.
everyone. We tell
Chantel and I
everyone.
are yeah, Chantel and I are recapping season 3, and there were so many, like, statements of Melissa saying, "We pay our bills, unlike some people,"
Oh my god, like that,
or
Read our
that
season.
that replays in my head all the time. Like, what do you mean we pay our bills? We paid our bills too. We paid
Yeah,
our bills. Like,
right.
to say things like that. It's just, I couldn't
Well,
When you were
there were
going
things
through
there
something.
there were things that Joe did behind your back that you clearly had no idea about. It's clear as day. Anyone who watches know that you had no idea what was happening with Joe, because that's your husband and you trusted him. So for her, you told them also behind
No,
the
but
scenes.
the thing is, he didn't file taxes. That's the
Right.
bottom line. That was the thing,
Yeah.
that why the government came knocking on our door. He filed business taxes, but not personal. And
Right.
that's what made the government come knocking on the door. And then usually when the government comes knocking on the door, if they want to find other things, they'll find other things. And
Right.
then he had an ex-partner that came forward and said, "Oh, Teresa," because I think they really went after his ex-partner, because his ex-partner never paid taxes. Never
Right.
paid taxes in their life. Could you
Yeah.
imagine?
That's
Never
crazy.
paid
A lot of
taxes in
money.
their life. Yes. So, and then afterwards, I found that out, and I was like, to my ex, I'm like, how could you even associate with this person that never paid taxes? Like, what are you doing? I was
Yeah.
so upset about that. So his partner, I guess, told the government that I signed a property. So that's how I got wrapped into that mortgage fraud, because,
Yeah.
if you don't pay taxes, or to get a mortgage back at that time, the banks they were even say you make more money so you could get that mortgage. Like, banks
Right.
were getting in trouble back then, but they really didn't get in trouble. But
Right.
like, when this
Right.
was
Yeah.
all going on, so that's how they found out, I guess, from Joe's ex-partner, that I signed that property. But that's what
Mhm.
I didn't understand. I'm like, why did I get in trouble when Joe had a partner?
Yeah.
but because I was on TV, so, but
Yeah.
listen, and you can't go back. It's done already. I did my time.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's why I walk with my head up high, because I know in my heart I'm not a criminal. That's why
Yeah.
when people on my show say you're a criminal, like I look at them and it's like, so it's funny to me because I know I'm not a criminal. It's like, so like, that's why I walk with, I look at them like, okay, like if that's what makes you feel good by saying that, like,
If your husband also asks you, and even Kyle Richards has come out and said this, because you trust your husband, if they ask you to sign something, you're thinking that they're doing the right thing no matter what. So
yeah, I mean,
it's
I
not like
remember
you were,
when I signed it, I just like, he used my credit because I had over 800, and
yeah,
I want, and he's like, because he had a lot of, I guess, when you buy a lot of, yeah, like if you buy a lot of things, then
Yeah, your
you're
credit score goes down because of the
no,
debt.
no, or you can't keep, you have to wait to buy
yeah, you
things,
can't keep signing.
right? You
Yeah,
can't keep buying things,
yeah.
so he
You
used
need you need someone to
a
co-sign.
co-sign, right? So
Yeah,
she's like, Tree, I'm going to use use your credit because I had over 800. So I was like, all
yeah,
right. I mean, he was my husband. We had at the time like 3 kids. I was like, okay. I was like, and then
yeah,
I was like, and then I said it even as a joke to him, like my mother's like, make sure he pays the mortgage. And I'm like, Ma, of course. Like I said this to my mother, I'm like, of course he's going to pay the mortgage. And then what do you know, 10 years later, or maybe I had 2 kids at the time. I can't remember, one, or even maybe 1 kid when I signed that, because I remember it was like a yeah, it was a property that he was buying with his partner, or his partner. They were flipping it, and then I guess him and his partner couldn't, put on their credit, so they used mine. So it's
Well,
crazy.
I wanna go back. There was another scene I remember because again, me and Chantal are recapping this on our Patreon, but there's another scene where Melissa and Joe meet up with, like, their financial advisor, and the financial advisor starts talking about, like, your legal stuff and
Is
all
it
that.
like, could you imagine?
I always
Saw
encourage
Wait
people,
a
rewatch
minute. That
movies.
that guy, Bob Heiser, that was my father's accountant at the time, which is my
Oh my
brother's
god.
accountant,
Stop.
which was my accountant when I was like
Wow.
when I was working
Younger.
before meeting Joe. That was my
Wow.
accountant that I couldn't believe he was talking shit about me. Yes,
Yeah.
that was my
Wow.
accountant. His name was
Yeah.
Bob Heiser. Like he was on, he's on the show. So, and when he was saying that, I could not believe that. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And if my father would have saw that, my father would have been knocking on his door, and it would have not
Right.
been pretty. Let me
So
tell
you
you.
never told your dad about that?
No,
She didn't
no.
know.
When I
Wow.
watched the show, my dad was gone already.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
because
even the fact that your mom held that in
and
and didn't say,
if my mom would, yeah, if my dad would have saw that, because that was my dad's accountant. That was my
yeah.
dad's accountant. All growing up, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was.
again, these are people coming into the season and that's the stuff that they're doing. And people wonder why that could be upsetting because if that was my brother, I would never speak to my brother ever again after that season. That's it. It'd be
And
done.
that's why I kept my mouth shut for my
Yeah.
parents while they were alive.
And you were so apologetic like that whole season. You kept saying sorry, sorry, sorry,
Well,
sorry.
first of all, I didn't know what was going on. I never watched that until like after my
Yeah.
father passed away. So I didn't know any of that was going on. And I just wanted to keep the peace for my parents. That's it. Like
Yeah.
I'm a very loyal, very respectful. I just want to make my parents happy. I never wanted to upset my parents. My parents, they had only 2 kids. They always said, "I want you and your brother to always get along and always love each other. You guys only have each other. Always be there for each other." So I was the oldest, so that's the mentality I had, that I always had to look out for my older brother. That's the mentality I had, that I had to look out for my, younger brother, and I couldn't disappoint my parents. Like in being Italian, like you don't. That's how I was. I didn't want to disappoint my parents. I always wanted my parents to be proud of me, and so that's why I always tried to be the best daughter I can, for my parents.
Yeah.
So.
Uh, so our last question, which this is funny because I remember this, but it says, "Do you know what happened to one of your biggest supporters on X, Leopard Man? I loved his tweets. He was always so positive and fun."
Yes, oh my god, I don't know what happened to him. I absolutely
Yeah,
loved him. Like, I loved him so much. He
yeah,
came to every single one of my like appearances. He was amazing. So Leopard Man, if you're out there, like reach out to me because you are
Or his
amazing.
family.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I hope you're okay. And listen, sometimes people need a break from social media, which I totally get it and I totally understand. But he was um, such a nice
He was there when
person.
I opened the blog back in 2000, what, 11 or 12. Like he was always, we were always talking and
Yeah,
he's
no,
a
he was
weirdo.
so sweet. Yeah, and I just want to say thank you to you guys. Like I know you guys opened, your blog because of watching, my family on the show and that
Yeah.
and that your culture is similar to how
Yes,
we
Yes,
are.
exactly.
Like you guys are how you say Chaldean?
Chaldean.
Chaldean.
Chaldean, yeah, Chaldean. They're the same as Italian slash Catholics, and you guys are like Catholics too. So,
Yeah.
and you guys, I mean, Roxanne,
We
you have a brother too. You always say, like, if
just me and my brother.
yeah, it's you and your brother. Like, your brother would never do the things that my brother did, and yeah, and it's sad.
I just always put myself in your shoes. And it wasn't about you. I thought you were such a great daughter and everything, but it was more so about how,
What
like,
they
what
kept
they were
doing.
doing, that I was like, if my brother and his wife ever did this, like, we're done. We're done. So it's like I always understood that when it came to you.
Yeah, and I mean, even like my ex, like he didn't understand it either because he would never, he wouldn't do things that he's like, I would never do what your brother's doing to my sister. So
Right.
it's like, yeah, I mean, he didn't understand it either. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
listen, everybody, people are not the same, and that's what
Mhm.
makes the world go round, and that's why you have to decide what's good for you in your life. If you want to
Mhm.
accept it, and if not, you just close that chapter and you move on. And that's what I chose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you're doing
we
amazing,
yeah,
so
we love you. We thank you so much for doing this
Thank,
collab with us, and
thank
we
you.
always wish you the best and are in your corner, tree hugger for life.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah, and congrats on being on the same network
Oh,
as
yes.
Yes.
her dad. Yeah, so
So
We're
exciting about
excited.
it.
yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I know we finally got to do this. We've been wanting to do this for the
I know.
longest time.
I know. We're
Yeah.
so happy. Thank you again, and we wish
Oh
you
yeah, and
always.
let me add one more thing about Jackie. People might think that our friendship, yeah, like, so I just want to add one thing about my friendship with Jackie. Like, it's real, guys. Like, I don't know how to be fake. What you see with me is what you get. Like, I'm gonna try it. Jackie and I are this is real. It's not fake. We're not just, and I don't know why everybody took what I said on TV. Can you guys explain to me? Like, what did I say that was so bad on TV? They're like, even Andy Cohen was like, oh my God, I can't believe Teresa said that. Like, what did I say that was
It
so
made it
bad?
it made it seem like you were just using Jackie to get at your friendship with the others, that's why, but then I think now you guys went on a double date with each other and the
Yeah, and
husbands and off
the thing
camera.
is, I was not using her. Um, I wanted her to come forward and
Yeah,
say more of, like, trust me, Jackie knows a lot. Like,
But
but
maybe
she
maybe at
did.
the time though, you like, at the time of filming, like, you guys just started to be friends, so I don't think it was even that crazy of you to say that because you guys
Yeah,
just
no, like,
started
what did
to.
can you explain to me what did I say that was so like, oh, like what did I say?
No,
I
I
think
didn't get
I
it.
do think it was exaggerated, but I also think that you had said, "Well, if she's going to be my friend, I want her to tell me all. She better tell me what they were doing because it's been hurting me for the last couple of years. There's so much shit that's been happening behind the scenes. She better come and tell me if, like, we're going to be
Like, I
friends now."
just wanted, and what I always tell everybody, I just want the truth.
Yeah,
Please just tell me the truth. Like, yeah, I want to know what, like, was she talking to this person that was harassing our family? That's all I want.
right.
That's all I want to know. Like, tell me the
Yeah.
truth. Like, the
And what did she tell you about that?
oh, yeah, she said she was talking to her the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she said,
Yeah.
she's like, and she said, yeah, she definitely, got stories out there. She put stories out there for her and all that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
She's the
that
gajillionth
thing,
person.
and the thing is like I wanted her to say more, but the thing is, she didn't want to stoop to,
Right.
her level.
Right.
She
I
could
get
have did the same thing, and she wanted to take the higher road, which I get. So, but that's it. But like, I'm sure if it came down to it, and if she had to like tell me something, I'm sure she would have, like if I
Yeah.
really needed to know. And but that's what I'm saying. Like our friendship's not fake because
Like,
I
what if she became friends with Margaret right now? Like, what would you do?
she's not. She can't she does not want to ever see her again. She doesn't
Yeah,
like her. She saw her for who she is. She's not gonna become friends with her. She's not gonna. So that's what I mean. Like I don't know how to be fake. Like I know
yeah,
there's a lot of people on our cast that they're very strategic. They know how to be fake or they hang out with people just because so then that person doesn't go against them and blah blah blah. That's not me. Like, and
Yeah.
I think people that really know Teresa Giudice know that I'm not fake. I'm not, you know, unless you don't like me, then you'll call me fake and phony, whatever you want to call me. But if you really know Teresa Giudice, and you'll see that, yeah, I'm really giving our friendship, Jackie and I, like a chance. Like I
Yeah.
really, and I really think. Hold on, I'm stuttering. Hold on. So I really am giving Jackie and I's friendship a chance. I mean, I think Evan's great. Louie and Evan
mhm.
speak all the time. They've always spoken, Evan and Louie. And I think Evan's great. He's a class act. So let's see what happens. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys'
that's
friendship. Let's see what
yeah,
happens.
like, and that's what I'm saying. It's not fake. People are like, oh, it's a fake friendship. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. If I don't want to hang out with somebody, I'm not just gonna hang out with them to hang out with
Right.
them. My time, sorry, is very valuable, and I give
Yeah.
it to people that I want to give it to, that I really want to spend
Right.
time with. Like, I'm not just gonna
Right.
spend time with someone because just to spend time with them. I know people do that for a reason, like on my show, but that's not who I am. You know.
And I think I always said to like everyone, I was like, maybe she should be more cautious with this friendship. But like now seeing how she's not even, she is taking the high road with Margaret and Melissa. She's barely saying anything about them when she probably has so much that she can say. So I
Yeah.
feel like if like you guys did get really close and you did tell her things, like I don't think she would stab you in the back because it's proven that she's not even doing that to her own friends that she
And
was
I
friends
mean,
with.
and then also, guys, she's a friend. So
Yeah.
sometimes when someone's a friend, they don't want to like, they don't have to do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, really. I mean,
Hmm.
think about it. Jen Fessler is the same way. She's a friend. So she doesn't want to, she's like, I don't need to go that, I don't need to do that much.
I
'Cause
don't blame them either for
yeah,
that.
so when they're a friend, they're like, I'm not,
Like,
I don't need to do that much.
I'm in a different pay grade, so I'm not gonna do
Bye.
those. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Teresa. We love doing this with you.
Thank
And
you.
we hope
This
you
was so
have a good
fun.
break, the next couple of months. Well, you have House of Villains, but aside from
Oh,
that,
yes, I'm excited about that. So I'm excited
yeah.
for everyone to see that. Yeah,
Maybe we can do
that's
another one about House of Villains.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We'll definitely do that. Yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
do. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
All right,
Bye.
bye guys. Love, love,
Bye.
love.